In life, nothing worthwhile comes without risk. As Nelson Mandela once said, there is no passion to be found in playing small, in settling for a life that's less than the one you are capable of living. Too often, we are told to play it safe to have something to fall back on. But I never understood that concept. If I am going to fall, I don't want to fall backward. I want to fall forward. At least this way, I can see what I am going to hit. Without consistency, you will never finish. So pursue what you are passionate about. Take chances. Do not be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test that challenged people to connect 9 dots with 5 lines without lifting their pencil. The only way to solve it was to go outside the box. In life, you must do the same. Think differently, take bold risks, and be willing to fail big in order to dream big. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, more than anyone in baseball history. Yet he is remembered not for his failures but for his home runs. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments, but the 1,001st produced the light bulb. Every failure is one step closer to success. The truth is, you will fail. You will lose. You will be embarrassed. You will fall short at times. That is not a message we often hear at graduations, but it is reality and it is something to embrace. Early in my acting career, I failed countless auditions. I once auditioned for a Broadway musical, a role I thought was perfect for me except that I couldn't sing. I didn't get the part, but I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. I kept preparing for the next audition.
And years later, I returned to that very same theatre not as a failed young actor, but as the star of an award-winning Broadway play. The point is this: every graduate here today has the talent and training to succeed. But do you have the courage to fail? If you don't fail, you're not even trying. To achieve something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. Imagine standing at the end of your life, surrounded by the ghosts of your unfulfilled potential, the ideas you never acted on, the talents you never used. They would stand by your bedside, disappointed, saying, "We came to you and only you could have brought us to life. Now we must go to the grave with you." Don't let that happen. The world needs what you have to give. Whether it's your time, your talent, your compassion, or your creativity, use it. Don't measure your contribution by how much you have, measure it by what you do with what you have. Sometimes failure is the best teacher. My own path was not a straight line. I began college as a PRE med student, then shifted to PRE law, then to journalism. My grades collapsed and I was asked to take time off. At 20 years old, I felt I had hit rock bottom. But one day, while helping my mother in her beauty shop, an older woman looked at me and gave me a prophecy: "Young man, you will travel the world and speak to millions." At the time, I could not imagine it. Yet over the years, through film and speaking, that prophecy came true. The lesson is this: taking risks is not only about career choices. It's about being open to people, to ideas, to faith. The chances you take, the people you meet, the love you give, and the faith you hold, those are what will define your life.